Finally, the time has come again. He has awakened. Everyone thought he was gone, forgotten. And many said...
El Rey? Who are you talking about?
Not that important.
Don't let me disturb you. I'm not even here. Just don't pay any attention to me.
Now you got me all confused.
Tell them who I am.
Ah, Elari, the prophesied one, before whom the very alpacas themselves bowed, who saved us from the gringos.
I thought you were gonna sing about how good I look and how successful I am with the ladies.
Fine, fine. Before you became Elari, you were Larry Laffer.
Actually, I still am.
The man who back in the wild 80s decided to be a virgin no more.
Best decision I ever made.
The man from whom no woman is safe.
You got that right. Hang on. I don't think you're supposed to say that anymore. But it's true, of course, ladies. Tell them where we are.
This is without a doubt the most beautiful place on earth. Wonderful Cancun. Nowhere is the sun warmer and the bananas more curved. Long did Cancun suffer under the gringos' yoke. But you, Elari, you set us free. You blew up the gringos' villa.
Well, strictly speaking, that was more of an accident.
We are free, and a golden future lies before us.
Tell them how I got here.
That, Elari, is a long story.
I have time.
Very well. You fell out of time.
That's not very nice.
No one knows how you got from the 1980s to our time.
Oh, that's what you meant.
You woke up in a strange laboratory, and at first didn't know you were in the 21st century. But you quickly learned how this modern world works.
After all, he had the best teacher.
Elefto, you are Larry's anchor to a world long lost.
Would anyone like to try my new recipe for craft beer?
No. At any rate, Elari, you have not only mastered the pitfalls of the 21st century...
Well, mastered would mean that he knew what he was doing, and I don't think it would be fair to say that.
I think he's doing all right.
Silencio. Larry looked for love in all the wrong places. Elari has fallen deeply in love with Faith, the secret boss of the technology company Prune. She told him to get 90 points on the Timber dating app. Only then would she go out with him.
How do you know all that? You weren't even there.
Silencio! As always, that went caca. And then, Larry wanted to hack the Prune server to improve his Timber score.
That was self-defense.
In the process, he disturbed the product presentation. And Prune was brought to the brink of bankruptcy.
Yeah, well, oops.
Faith had to flee with BJ in tow, the man she had installed as CEO of Prune, but who was merely her puppet. Larry snuck onto their ship and secretly sailed with them to their villa here in beautiful Cancun.
Not one word about what happened on that ship.
Oh, I thought it was very romantic.
Ah, really? I'll admit, now I'm curious.
Are you nuts, Lefty? Never mind. Forget I asked.
Larry, I was politely going to avoid mentioning
Good thing.
that you cobbled up the most repulsive sex doll of all time, and that you...
We can just imagine the rest.
Unfortunately,
Finally, Faith revealed her plan. And that BJ was just a puppet. Then, you blew up the villa, driving off the gringos, and saving Cancom.
It's a pretty crazy story. Tell them about the terrible fate Faith suffered.
Ah, beautiful Faith. You were blindly in love with her, and moved heaven and hell to win her love.
Well, strictly speaking, she was the one who was chasing me.
You followed her here to her villa. Then, you blew up the villa.
That was only because of the totally messed up user interface.
What did you expect when you press a big red button? Anyway, the moment came where you saved her life, and she, for the first time, felt something approaching affection for you. But then, she was hit by a chunk of rubble.
No, by the puck.
What?
That wasn't a piece of rubble from the villa. That was the puck.
What do you mean, puck?
I greased a high strike on the pier in New Lost Wages with some lube, and put the puck into orbit when I hit it.
And then, all that time later, it fell back to Earth and hit Faith at that exact moment?
Exactly.
Nobody understood that. Okay, let's just forget about that bit. At any rate, the puck knocked her out, she fell in the boat, and the wind swept her away.
And so she disappeared from my life. I'm sure she's dead. Poor Faith. All I have left of her are memories. Could you maybe sing a song about pie?
If you do that, I'll delete myself.
But I'd like to acknowledge that you were always there for me.
You do realize that's what I was programmed to do, don't you?
Yeah, but we've been through so much together.
We sure have, Larry.
Do you know a song about alpacas?
Oh, but of course! Oh, alpaca, alpaca, everyone calls you llama, master of haulage, tasty as sausage. To wrestle you'd kill, you're yummy when grilled.
Why am I all of a sudden hungry? Whatever happened to BJ?
He wanted to float lefties on the stock exchange, market it as a franchise, and expand internationally.
Sounds like a plan.
Then Lefty beat him with a paddle and he took off.
Oh. I know what happened. So what now?
Are you sure you know enough to dive into this adventure?
Yes. Now we can get this show on the road.
Very well, Elari. Yet there is still one last step remaining to fulfill the prophecy heralding a golden age on Cancom. You must marry the daughter of the most important man on the island. My daughter. I sincerely hope you haven't forgotten, considering we're in the middle of preparations.
And, how about a prenup?
You will love and honor her until death do you part, and you won't demand any recourse.
That's it?
Yes.
Then I'll go get ready for a wedding.
Yes. Go now, Elari. Marry the most beautiful woman on the island. My daughter.
How many women are there on the island, anyway?
2. The other one is my mother.
Maybe,
Fulfill the prophecy and your destiny. Let me leave you with this song. Oh, Elari, Elari, they call you. Ay, caramba! My guitar! We have to fix it, Elari. Otherwise, I won't be able to sing any songs at your wedding.
I'll take care of it.
And don't forget that you have to take care of the catering and wear your wedding suit.
Bye.
What can I do for you, Larry?
There must be some kind of app for wedding preparations.
Absolutely. But I'm still busy unzipping that huge file, which means I can't install any new apps right now.
I know what unzipping huge things can be like.
Oh, just zip it, Larry. That file somebody sent us a few weeks ago, remember? I'll have to decrypt it, but it'll take time.
Okay, then let me know when it's done.
Larry, I think you're a little confused.
Isn't that normal when you're about to commit yourself to something forever?
Yes, it is. But let me remind you again.
Ah, Elari, the best and only son-in-law I ever had.
I think it's time for you to concentrate on your wedding.
A lot of the preparations for the wedding have already been made.
How do you feel about that, Larry? Are you really ready to make port in the harbor of holy matrimony?
If the prophecy demands it.
That's a good enough reason for you?
Let's just not talk about it.
Would you rather talk about how you blew up the villa?
All right. I'll never push a big red button again. Where's the ladder leading down to my room again? Oh,
What's wrong, Larry?
I was just thinking about Faith again.
Don't blame yourself.
I do, though. That's Faith's underwear, which was strewn all over the island in the explosion. I collected all of them. So, can I give them back to Faith as soon as possible? If she's still alive, I should at least light a candle for her. Actually, everything I need should be here in this room. I'm taking these. It might get dark. There it is. First of all, I have to light it. Fire, man's best friend.
And harmless in the right hands.
Burn everything. Burn everything. Oh, sorry, just talking to myself. Well, it's burning. Now I have to put it on top of the altar. Oh, Faith, I wish you were here. Okay, time to get going. I still have a lot to prepare for the wedding.
Wait.
What?
I still have to check your progress in the sensitivity class today.
Does it have to be now?
You said yourself that you wanted to know more about how to properly interact with other people in the 21st century.
I've already learned a lot.
But not enough.
Okay, fine.
So, how many genders are there?
Enough for everyone.
I've almost had enough myself.
So how many are there then?
The correct answer is gender is diverse.
Okay, if you're too lazy to count.
Next question. Your best friend confides that he is suffering from depression. What do you advise him to do?
Drink a good whiskey.
I'm gonna need one of those myself soon. And that's what you would do yourself?
No, of course not.
That's reassuring.
First, I get myself a whiskey. Then find a woman.
Enough already. Why do I even ask? The last question. For now, a colleague at work makes a sexist joke during lunch. How do you react? Ha ha ha. Very funny. I've had enough.
Did I pass?
Let me put it this way. The 21st century isn't done with you yet.
Things used to be easier.
Things didn't used to be easier. You were just more naive.
But at least back then you could say what you thought.
And just what do you think you've been doing here the whole time?
Are you done unzipping that file yet? I need a wedding app.
The encryption is proving hard to crack. It seems to contain some important data. Some kind of secret.
You haven't really been working properly ever since Faith stopped being the boss at Prune either.
That's not true.
I wonder what's happened at the company since then.
Hello?
So, you're Nari.
Yes?
You know who I am, baby.
Yes. Mr. Wang. Nice to meet you.
Uh-oh, we don't have any time for pleasantries. This Nari is not the Prune that used to be. The Bill Jobs and Faith Prune. This is my Prune now.
Yes?
You're still working on the Cougar update for our Pythons. I want you to release it immediately because I have other work for you.
But...
No buts. We have a bigger, more important project ahead of us. Miss Faith was working on a revolutionary software project, a self-learning algorithm. I need it for a product that will truly immortalize Prune. One that will make even Pythons obsolete.
She hinted that she'd cracked the algorithm, but I never saw it.
I'm under pressure, Nari. Understand?
Well...
That algorithm is sexy. We have to get it. Get it, sweet cheeks?
I'll just get back to work.
As of right now, you are the technical director here at Prude. If we can't find Fate's algorithm, our technicians will have to develop one themselves. Like yesterday. You have a free hand and unlimited resources. Do whatever you want with me.
Thanks?
Nari,
Yes?
I can't find the switch for the secret back room.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There has to be something like that somewhere around here. A room with a heart-shaped bed that spins. With a back entrance for anyone I invite.
I'll check up on that directly with the, property manager, and I'll get the Cougar update rolled out.
In my old office, all I had to do was press a button under my desk and poof, there it was. That was nice. By the time I'm done with Prune, I'll have that here too.
By the way, Larry,
Yeah?
if you want to remember certain things that you can't take with you, you can take photos of them instead.
Very funny. Do I look like I have a camera on me?
I have a camera.
You?
What do you think that hole on the back is for?
Well,
Forget I asked.
so you can photograph everything?
Yes. And then show it to you as if you were carrying it with you.
How practical. You could have told me that earlier. Oh, I could use it to take a picture of something pretty specific. But you need a wide-angle lens for something that size.
I have... yes, Larry, I have to say it's too bad I don't have one of those. Phew.
Oh, I'm sure it'll work anyway.
Larry, no!
Done now?
Yeah, thanks for asking.
But you might just want to take pictures of things that might be useful later.
My head's starting to spin, Pi. Isn't there some way I can keep better track of everything I have to do?
I'm glad you asked. I installed a to-do app for you.
Can't I have that timber thing again?
We decided to uninstall that app as part of your sensitivity training, for your own good.
That was a stupid idea.
Anyway, the app lists everything you still need to do for the wedding.
And you'll be there to check off everything that's done?
Of course, whenever you finish any of your outstanding tasks, I'll show you.
Good idea, but that won't work. I think I'm sensitive enough at the moment. I can't open it. The padlock is kind of in the way. This suit is freshly starched. If I pull it out through the bars, it'll be ruined. I can wiggle my finger in there as much as I want, but neither my finger nor the lock will get anything out of it. No, I'm not taking that. I said no.
I admire your willpower, Larry.
I really hope Faith is doing okay. What? Is that a self-destruct mechanism that works twice? Whew, that was lucky. Now the self-destruct button just self-destructed. I'm never touching that again, especially not from behind. No, if I sit on that, I'll get stuck, and I really don't want to touch the toilet paper today. I always say, lube, don't leave home without it. Nah, the Can't Come News Network is showing nothing but crap today.
Ah, thanks, Elari. A G-string for my guitar. Now, I can sing my song at your wedding.
Somehow it feels good to check something off.
Almost as good as timber.
No. Hola!
Hello.
Do you know where I can get the key to my clothes closet?
Ah, Elari, I've already given you the one key. The key to your destiny. I melted down the gold from the tombs of my ancestors, committed this sacrilege only to make that key out of it. A key that holds all our destinies. You still have it, right?
A UFO full of aliens came and stole it.
Those aliens are becoming quite the plague these days. So, the one key is lost. The key of destiny. Born of the gold of my ancestors. Irrecoverable! Good thing I have another one. Here.
Oh, thanks. Still mad at the gringos?
So mad! Except with you, of course, Elari. But as my son-in-law, you'll be one of us anyway, not some gringo.
I didn't even feel gringo-y anymore. I still have a few questions about the wedding.
Yes?
Can I at least talk to your daughter once before the wedding?
No! That is strictly forbidden.
Why?
Because it's, bad luck.
For whom?
How many women got lucky by talking to you?
So, why don't we talk about something else? What does a wedding have to do with the prophecy?
It's all in the old scriptures. They are very complicated. It takes years of work to understand them.
Oh, I was just curious. It's not like you're setting your daughter up with me just because the opportunity presented itself. Because of American citizenship or anything. No.
Oh, of course not.
What else do I still have to do?
Well, all of the guests need to be fed. You must wear your finest wedding suit. When all this has been done, we will celebrate a wedding.
Couldn't we just enter a cohabitation agreement?
Oh, no. That just causes confusion with the tax classes.
Any tips for the wedding night? Is she the athletic type? Does she already know all the tricks, or will I have to explain some of them to her? Why aren't you talking?
Why are you still talking?
Enough about the wedding. Catch you later, Elroy.
El Rey.
That's not a punching bag. I'd love to eat some of that, but I think I should get married first. I'll just leave those two right where they are. You can see the beach down there. Oh, what's that?
What's wrong, Larry?
Is that the bride?
The bride is El Rey's daughter.
Maybe he adopted the donkey.
Try being a little more tolerant, and above all, stop being so simple-minded.
You shouldn't take prophecy too lightly. That's the prophecy El Rey was talking about. Something about gringos. I'd rather keep my distance. Just married. Now even donkeys can get married.
It's for you.
I don't want to marry that.
Oh, forget it.
Cans with strings on them. I used to play telephone with those as a kid. Thanks, but I'm not thirsty. It looks a little limp, but I can fix that.
Hey, that's what your women usually say to you.
I don't have time to hang out at the beach. The wedding awaits. I don't need that. It's completely shredded. Looks useful. It's mine now.
Larry!
How's business?
I can't complain. Of course, it helps to be the only restaurant on the whole island. Most of my customers became regulars once they stopped tossing their cookies.
Let me guess. You came up with a new recipe for your barbarian brew?
Larry, it's an art. You don't just come up with something like that.
But you can throw up with something like that. Whatever happened to BJ?
He wanted to become my partner in Lefties. Thought it could be built into a franchise. A Lefties in every city and all that. Different types of barbarian brew for different target groups. I convinced him it wasn't a good idea.
With your cholesterol?
With a paddle. Then he disappeared. No idea what happened to him. Don't really care either.
You think the wedding's a good idea?
Sure. I'll take care of the catering.
I mean, I haven't even met the bride yet.
You have to look on the bright side. That means the bride hasn't met you yet.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying you two are probably a dream couple.
Oh, okay. Can you feed all the wedding guests?
I could, but I can't prepare any alpaca meat while the meat grinder's stuck.
Can't you do that without alpaca meat? Vegan, maybe?
El Rey says that the
prophecy forbids it. Just like everything else. I gotta be going.
See you later, then.
Lefty! Lefto. Can I please borrow your pizza peel?
You mean you take it and I never see it again?
He's on to you.
Go ahead, take it. I'm experimenting with flatbread anyway.
I'm not sure why Lefty thinks pizza is a typical cam-cum dish, but... I could have a drink, but then I'd probably fall in the water, so no. You can never have enough plastic bottles.
Most people have no idea that plastic bottles are not all the same. They're made of different plastics for different uses. It's actually really fascinating.
I'll just leave it hanging there. It won't turn at the moment. Rusty. Or it's got some bone chips stuck in it. It's hard to say. Ugh, I don't want to run that through the meat grinder. Those two things won't work together. Ugh, I don't want to run that through the meat grinder. The crank now turns again. Now it turns again. I like that meat grinder. It can still be operated by hand, too. Now it turns again. There are some holes I prefer not to stick my fingers in.
Larry!
Can you feed all the wedding guests?
Of course! The meat grinder's working again. Larry!
I gotta be going.
See you later, then.
It fits. So I'll put on my wedding suit. Ah, it fits perfectly. Oh, and the one key from El Rey is in the pocket, too. Great. At least he won't kill me for losing it.
Larry,
What's up?
remember that file that was sent to you a few weeks ago?
What was that about again?
You received an encrypted file from an unknown number, and I started decrypting it in the background.
Oh, that file. What about it?
I decrypted it.
Ah, so I can install the wedding app now.
The file was from Faith.
What?
Her picture was in the file, too.
That's Faith. When exactly was that picture taken?
The day after the house exploded.
She survived. But where is she now?
The photo also shows GPS coordinates from the open ocean.
Pi, we have to go there right away.
Coordinates saved to the map. Can you swim?
I'd rather try using a boat.
There was more in the file.
What else?
It's some complex program code I don't understand myself. I'll analyze it.
What's happening to you?
I don't know.
What about that program code?
It disappeared.
What do you mean, disappeared?
I don't understand it either. Maybe it was just an update for my software.
Whatever. I have to find Faith. All I have to do is make sure that El Rey doesn't marry me off right away. Otherwise, I'll never get off the island. Pi, where can I find a boat on the island? Pi, everything okay?
Of course. A boat. Nowhere. BJ's yacht was repossessed and the locals don't want to leave.
Then I'll have to build one myself.
Well, anyone who can catch a rat with a condom can definitely build a raft.
Nah, the Can't Come News Network is showing nothing but crap today. No, I'm not taking that. I said no.
I admire your willpower, Larry.
This is where I document my progress in my sensitivity training. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it, but you never know. Can't be moved. Let's see if there's anything underneath it. Yes. Okay, I'll release the brakes. I should be able to move it now. I was right. It can be moved. Quite a ways, as a matter of fact. That's not a punching bag. Those two things won't work together. The pizza peel fits perfectly into the fork of the branch. Those can't be combined. Now that's a real kissing mouth. Thanks, but I'm not thirsty. I'll just take that. Look, Pi, this is a blueprint for a raft. I think it's from a survival magazine. Maybe I can use it to make something.
Wait, I'm installing a blueprint app for you. You can use it to build complicated things.
Okay, I think I've got it. I define which object has to be used as what. Then I press the start button, and then that's how it will be done.
But only if everything fits.
I have a rudder to steer the raft. Some sort of communication device is an absolute must, but that's really you, isn't it, Pi?
I'm not licensed to operate on the high seas.
Nobody's perfect. And floats are necessary to keep the raft from sinking, of course. Of course, without a sail, I'd never get anywhere. Enough. I don't think I want to swim there. I'm sure I'll need that. It's all sticky and green. Of course I'm gonna take it. Okay. Oh, it broke off. I don't think resuscitation is an option anymore. Say, ah! The more, the merrier. I don't think resuscitation is an option anymore. Yo ho ho, and not a bottle of rum. I'm sure that tabletop would be useful, but I can't carry it around with me. I'll take a picture of it. I don't need that. It's completely shredded. More like cheesecloth.
That was you.
They made me do it. I'm not sure why Lefty thinks pizza is a typical...
Larry!
Lefty, how can I get off this island quickly?
Why do you want to leave?
Faith is alive.
Oh, really?
I was able to locate her pie phone on the ocean. I have to go there.
There aren't any ships anchored here at the moment. Not one lifeboat on the entire island. I'm afraid you're gonna have to improvise.
Why doesn't that surprise me? I gotta be going.
See you later, then.
I'll just leave it hanging there. I could have a drink, but then I'd probably fall in the water, so no. I don't need that. It's completely shredded. More like cheesecloth.
That was...
They made me do it. I don't need that. I'd love to eat some of that, but I think I should get married first. I'll just leave those two right where they are. That's fine, just the way it is. That won't help. Isn't it beautiful? I dubbed thee Wilson.
A man's name?
Wilma. I meant Wilma. Hola!
Hello.
Now that I think about it, maybe the wedding isn't such a great idea.
What are you trying to say?
I don't deserve your daughter.
The one who fulfilled the prophecy deserves my daughter. Although, I have to admit that I, too, am a little surprised he's a gringo. Ex-gringo. Just don't think about it and marry my daughter already.
Catch you later, Elroy.
El Rey.
I really hope Faith is doing okay. Nah, the Can't Come News Network is showing nothing but crap today. I'm never touching that again, especially not from behind. That won't help. Better not. I only have the magazines because of the amazing interviews.
They interview the naked women too? That's so nice of them.
Quiet, Pie. Now, isn't that one impressive boat?
Well, let's say it's mostly above water.
I baptize you. The Wet Pearl.
The raft does not deserve that. Do you want to set sail now?
During long boat trips, I might need something to help pass the time.
I wish I lacked imagination.
We're good to go now. Wilma will keep me company.
Should I just put myself down?
But just think of all the things you'll miss.
I'll take that as a yes.